I've been talking about all these surname try-ons and, you know, graduate school attempt try-ons and, well, a number of things I've been trying on. And I was like, why don't I try a term try-on? So this is in like identity. Is this a term I identify with and is an identity? So this is a ruminating. Do I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, identify as a businesswoman? Today is Monday, 11 May 2026 AD, and here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, assess if/how I identify as a businesswoman, including in my assessment a number of projects I share about on this channel. Yes, so I've previously called this a bit of an open access approach in reference to my YouTubing, and I'd say initially it kind of just felt like, okay, I'm sharing and putting stuff out there, and it's kind of like contributing to the platform in a broader, like, knowledge base, or, you know, like I found, you know, in life, sometimes people want to know just like a data point, and I'm like, well, I can kind of treat the videos as like, here's a data point, whether it's the data set you're looking for or not, you know. I have a Bachelor of Science degree in Geology and Geophysics with a minor in Mathematics from the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and I have a Associate degree of Arts and Sciences in Mathematics from Shoreline Community College. And so I appreciate the like, but sometimes we just want, like, you know, has this happened? And we'll be like, well, here's what happened for me, whether that's the one you're looking for or not. And so so the open access here is kind of like making it available. Is like, it's kind of open to anyone. That's why I publish public and stuff like that. And in the past few years, this is more, I'd say like maybe 2022 to present, though it started before for the projects I'm gonna mention, kind of talking through and kind of like pipelining as I've gained more YouTube experience. Like, what if I made money? I'm a non-monetizing YouTuber, and so I don't, there's like a monetization option where there's like ads and a YouTube partner program, and I don't do that stuff. So it's kind of in the spirit of open access, being like free of charge, so to speak. And so it's my channel currently, and so like I've talked through, like, would it be possible, so YouTube non-monetizer income, for me to make money in a way other than that, right, while staying a non-monetizer? And then I've gained experience in different environments and with different topics and making YouTube videos. And so I've taken some of these things in my life and kind of like put them through my YouTube business model a bit, or my business model approach to YouTube. And so some of those are like attempting graduate school again. That one's really great, is I'm like transforming it in like, it pairs well with another one, my low operative word blood pressure journey, where I'm like actually realizing communicating through these videos is really great for my own understanding and sharing and like communicating just kind of like heart stuff, which cardiology, study of the human heart, is like, can be very technical in, you know, arena, physiology, anatomy, medicine, that kind of thing. So like just basic communication and being like, well, maybe then, since I do have a science degree, I don't know, like multiple science degrees, like if I went to graduate school again, which I've attempted before, would I actually approach it as like, maybe I should learn communication, especially if I have a stable self-experimentation base that I can continue, right? Is like, YouTube itself has greatly, you know, like my YouTube channel recaps, like all of this stuff has come into like that and completely just like remodeled, revamped, like restructured my own understanding of what I do and what might actually be needed to be successful. So there's that. I'd say with contextualizations of my performance, actually coming up with like a term and for myself, and like stay-at-home daughter for what I do, and which goes into hosting, and then like actually being like confident in myself enough, and then my communication here, that maybe I can put that in written form and put on my LinkedIn profile, and within 10 days I get, you know what, recommendation of like Trump International Hotel and being like a homemaker role, and I'm going, oh my gosh, like I got it right. And that's YouTube and my business approach to YouTube that I came up with and I work on, and just basic communication. But doing that not only for the stay-at-home daughter stuff, but my performances, so to speak, in general, and contextualizing them and really putting emphasis on words, and can I put what I did to words? And then I say two other ones are musings about military service and the Tanis diet and its variations. So taking that and being like, military service, well, this is like, I come from a military family. There was military Marines above me, above that Army and Navy, you know, that kind of stuff. And taking something that I've been interested in, and there's like scientific interest because there's like breakthrough territories in pushing the frontier in science, in mathematics, in military settings. And so kind of being like, actually taking this thing that's like family history and something I was grown up with and I pursued on my own, independent of my blood family, right? In family, just like as in like I'm the initiator, even if I bring friends in, right? My friend as in friend, or friends as in plural, kind of thing. Safety there. Parentheses s friends. Okay. And being like, well, could I integrate that into my cardiology self-experimentation? Is there space for that? And then also the Tanis diet and its variations. I have this diet that's part of my self-experimentation. Like it's kind of my baseline and what I eat, and it allows me to be like adjust my self-experimentation with something that I've already communicated and stuff like that. So like just, yeah, like the food part of like, well, could that turn into a business? Like it works for me, like could it work for other people as well? So really making it kind of open access, like everything I do is out there in some form, right? It's covered, and so it's all there, so to speak, in some form, and so just kind of being like, and then that's all a testament to me treating it as, well, let me take my business model and see if I can work on my own business model through these projects and through my sharing. So yes, I do. However, like in terms of, do I fit a businesswoman stereotype of wearing a pantsuit or working on Wall Street, or, you know, having a 6-figure salary or more? Like I don't have those check marks. However, I do have, I'd say, confidence and financial prowess that I have really, really just like brute forced and solidified in a heft sense for myself, that I started before this. I say like this self-experimentation was my own design still for my cardiology stuff, and that was, you know, I really defined that and set out on that full force back in the 2010s decade when I was living in Albany, California, and I started running with myself as coach in January 2006, so, you know, over 20.00 years ago. Yes, but the business part is a bit new, and because of who I am, I'd say the open access part has been really, I think, good. And I hope is like, I get vibes from my channel that it's a good one. They like me sharing. It allows them to kind of like be like, what could I do with that? Right. So kind of trying to, I say maybe the core there is fostering space of work. It could be like maybe shared creativity, maybe not collaborative creativity because I can't reach everybody that's like a subscriber or a viewer or whatever, but shared creative space, so they can have their own creativity. You can have your own creativity while I can have mine, but then maybe our creativity is also shared. So that's a ruminating. Do I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, identify as a businesswoman? Yes.